Welcome back to the Platinum Experience. We got another PS Plus Essential month to go over. And last time we were doing the Days of Play update. Now we're doing something a little different. This is 15th anniversary of PS Plus. This service was sort of born out of that PlayStation 3 outage, that hack that shut down the PS3 servers. Nobody could play online for quite a long time. I think it was almost a month worth. And then they gave us a whole bunch of games as a free thank you kind of thing. Sorry. You could only redeem, I think, 2 of them, but I found a way to redeem all 6 of them. I think there was more added, actually. I think there's more than 6. But anyways, then they thought, oh, okay, we could give free games, but we could also charge them for them. And they came up with PS Plus. It was a very modest price back then. Now it's a lot more for it, and you also need it to play online, which you didn't have to do in the PS3 era. You also need it for cloud saves, but from time to time, you can definitely find a game that you can jump in and play out of the PS Plus Essential tier. And of course, it's expanded to Extra and Premium as of recently, about 3 years ago. But Essential's been around for 15 years, and it doesn't look like they're doing anything too special for the occasion. We only have 3 games. They're not adding like a 4th game or something like that. But those games are Diablo 4, King of Fighters 15, and Jusant. So we have these 3 games that we're going to check out the Platinum trophies for. Of course, keep it locked to the channel. We talk all things trophies, including our new series Platinum Profiles. We released our Sly Cooper episode. Next episode is going to be another big one, so you definitely want to stick around to see what I got cooking. So let's start with the cooking of this update, which is Diablo 4. And the only thing that it's cooking is my ass, because look at this. 8 out of 10, difficulty 2 playthroughs, and 150 hours. Now, I'm looking through this and it says multiplayer only, master combatant. I'm pretty sure this whole thing has an online always connection. Is that true? It doesn't say it here, but I just looked it up, and yes, that's the case. So this has an always online connection. Fun. Just like Diablo 3, I guess. But anyways, you're going to start with the campaign and completing it on regular difficulty. So you have different difficulties, and those are tied with world tiers. So you start off with Adventurer and Veteran, and then you can unlock more as you go. Nightmare, Torment. I'm pretty sure some more have popped up as of post support. But yeah, world tiers are only available after you beat the campaign. So Nightmare is World Tier 3 and Torment is World Tier 4. And you do need to play on World Tier 4. It's one of the reasons why this thing is 8 out of 10. Because you have to play on the hardest difficulty, quote unquote. Which means you do have to work through this twice. Once on either Adventure or Veteran. And then, again, you're jumping right into Torment. If you can't handle Torment, you're all probably going to do a 3rd playthrough on Nightmare and then go to Torment. But yeah, that's needed to do. You got a bunch of miscellaneous trophies to collect on the way. Of course, story trophies, you're going to grind to level 100. You did that in the last Diablo as well. Lots of post-game activities. And then there's one playthrough for hardcore mode. Reach level 50 with a hardcore character. After completing everything else the game has to offer and spending countless hours in stage 2, 3... Well, it says stage 3 is a breeze. But hardcore mode, you have to be careful. Because in hardcore mode, you die, you lose. Your character is dead. So you do have to be very careful. But other than that, you have other trophies that say here, like kill any world boss. I think you do that as post-game activities. You got explore all of S2R. I'm pretty sure that's just you going through that certain place and finding everything. You got some endgame activities. Defeat the Echo of Lilith. Lilith is the main baddie, I assume, at the end of the game. No spoilers, but I assume you kill her. I don't know. I haven't played the game. And then here's an Echo, so it's another version of her to fight. And then some other stuff too, a whole bunch of other stuff. There's lots of classes you can choose. I've always been fancy about the Necromancer. That's always been my dude, my guy, especially when I played Diablo 2. I love the Necromancer, very fun, but there's lots of good campaign characters. I hear the classes are pretty good in this, and they go into some tips here. After you pick your main class, focus on completing the campaign first and foremost. That's good. I always like when your runs just allow you to focus on story first and do stuff afterwards. That's good. I don't think there was anything missable, which is good. Yeah, nothing's missable, which is nice, especially if this game is going to be 150 hours and 8 out of 10 difficulty. That's good. And then I also forgot to check out the Master Combatant. It says get 5 PvP kills. That seems like it's not too bad. You can get somebody to help you out with that. It doesn't seem like it could be that bad. Everything else you can do by yourself if you want to, which is nice. It's not reliant on other people for these games, although they are much better played with friends. Definitely good co-op game as well to play. But yeah, Diablo 4. I have a soft spot for Diablo. I realize that sometimes these games are a pain in the ass when it comes to the trophies and getting the platinums. Certainly Diablo 2, whatever they called it, the remastered Diablo 2, that thing is insane. If you never checked out the trophies for that, that shit is insane. So this seems like it's a lot better than that game, and Diablo 3 is a lot easier than both of these games. So, but there's grindy aspects to it, of course. These games definitely invite grind. But yeah, this is the darling of the update, and I think for people who are hesitant to get in at the full price that it was being sold at, for the price of $3.99, why not? But if you do want the plat, get ready to spend a considerable amount of time getting it. I'm already playing a big game that I just actually started, so that game that I'm playing is gonna take me 100 hours to complete it. I do plan to do a Platinum Hunter's Guide on it eventually. Don't know when, but I do plan to do it. So I don't have time for a big game like this. I might have time to fit in something like Jusant, which is the polar opposite of Diablo. You have a 2 out of 10, 6 to 8 hours. This is a Don't Nod game. I have a soft spot for Don't Nod, especially after the Life is Strange games. I definitely have to get to Banishers at some point, and people talk endlessly about how good Vampire is. Or I guess it's pronounced Vampire. I always messed it up. They should have just... yeah. Naming. Always a tricky thing. Most of this game's trophies involve getting collectibles, so you're going to need a nice collectible guide like this one. Jusant, all collectible locations, click that, and you got like letters, journal entries, shells, altars, frescoes, cairns. You got more letters. Okay, so you got all those things, and you got to collect one of each. Of course, you got to complete the game. Of course, and then you have a bunch of miscellaneous trophies. Place a piton at the top of a wall run. Complete more than 200 jumps or double jumps in one game. So, I don't know. Can you miss that? I guess you could keep playing after you're done, so maybe you don't miss that. Restore your stamina more than 50 times while climbing. Sounds like something you'll get, not just by itself. And then you got more stuff. Like, there's more stuff here. Use the Echo on a frozen ballast in Chapter 6. Warm up the ballast in Chapter 6. So there's a couple of chapter trophies, like this one here. Stop 25 pebbles with a single Echo from the ballast, Chapter 3. So this one doesn't seem that bad, to be honest. It's got 22 trophies, most of them being collectible related, and a couple extra miscellaneous trophies. I would love to check this out. When I saw it, I loved the art style and I liked the premise, and I do like what Dotna does. So 6 to 8 hours is doable. I may make a guide for it. We'll see. And lastly, we get into our fighting game of the update. And as far as fighting games go, 3 out of 10 difficulty, not a problem, not that bad. And it sounds like most of it is made up of online play, but at 3 out of 10, maybe just like there's a bunch of wins involved or matches played, maybe, perhaps. 21 playthroughs is definitely going to be for doing the story mode and doing, I guess you have to beat it with each character or the base characters or something like that. 50 hours is not bad for a fighting game either. There's a lot worse out there. So let's get into it. Let's see what we do. You got tutorial and training mode, then you got story mode, and it says these are similar to those familiar with the last time in the previous installment, with a new goal mark to the mix. Complete 10 playthroughs using 10 official teams. Okay, using DLC teams also counts towards these trophies. Interesting, you can use DLC characters for this. And so I assume at this point in the game's life cycle, there's probably a lot of DLC. So you can do that. There's one thing that says achieve an SS clear rank in story mode. Reach the rank of SS at the end of any match while playing through the game, regardless of which team you're playing as. Okay, so only one match, that's good. That's not bad. Then there's a mission mode. Ooh, I always like games that have like kind of like mission modes and stuff like that. Like I think of like, what's that mode called? Tekken Zaibatsu? Or is it Tekken Force? I think back in the day on the Tekken games. But yeah, it says clear all single person mission trials, clear all 3-person mission trials, and clear all 2-person mission trials. I think that doesn't mean it's co-op. I think that means that there's characters. Like this is like a 3v3 fighter, if I'm not mistaken. So I think that's what it means. You can do it with 1 character, 2 characters, or 3 characters. And then here we go. There's the online mode stuff. As I predicted, 130 rank matches, reach rank 16. You fought in a room you created. Fought online 30 times. Doesn't seem that bad. Achieve your first rank match winning streak. Depending on how many veterans are playing in your rank, that could be difficult, but you could just get that trophy easily in the beginning. Doesn't seem that bad, to be honest. The worst one looks like piece of cake. 130 rank matches. That one seems like the worst of it. And you got tons of miscellaneous trophies here. Achieve 20 KOs with the max super special move. 20 KOs with a climax super special move. So, a bunch of stuff like that. One punch. Dealt 900 or more damage in a single combo in any mode. Okay. I like the name One Punch. Achieve 10 perfect wins excluding PvP versus modes for Perfect Fighter. You can do this easily, probably on a lower difficulty if I had to take a guess. Yeah. As far as fighting games go, this doesn't seem that bad. There are definitely worse ones over the years that take a lot of time to do. Like I'm thinking Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Super Street Fighter 4, and I think 5 is bad too. I heard Street Fighter 6 isn't as bad. The latest Tekken is really easy to get the platinum, so there's that. Like even easier than this, way easier. But this is a modest fighting platinum. So if you're interested at all in the King of Fighters, this seems like it could be a fun one for you to go out and get if you have any interest in this series at all. And 15 games. This series has been going on for a very, very long time and still kicking, which is sick. Here I just noticed exceptional high quality stamp of approval by PSN Profiles. So This one might be the dark horse of the update, really, when you think about it. This one's kind of like the dark horse of this PS Plus update. So there you have it. You got your PS Plus games for July. Let me know down in the comment section which ones you're going to check out. For me, the most likely I will be checking out is Jusant. So that's what I think about this update. And that's what I think about this update. Happy 15th anniversary to PS Plus Essential. Bring us more games, some more like heavy hitters. Like this is a pretty good update for this, even though they're not really doing anything special. I think this is a good crop of games to give us. Very nice, especially looking at the trophies. Yeah, I think it's a good one. But I hope you guys stick around for more videos. Of course, those Platinum Profiles episodes. The next one, I teased it in the last episode. Stick around for that. And check out my Transformers channel. They're all over there. They're in the back watching. Check out my Transformers channel if you have any interest in Transformers reviews at all. That channel is growing. We're already at 65 subscribers on that channel. Way faster than it took to get to 100 for this channel. That took a long ass time. I feel like I'm going to breach 100 subscribers on that channel very soon. At least it feels that way. It's with the way it's progressing, and I can't thank people enough for checking out the stuff and checking out the videos. But yeah, good day to you, and I hope all your trophy hunting expeditions, climbing a mountain, go incredibly well, and peace out.